Hello, and welcome to part 7 of the Liberated Heart Self Love Bootcamp. This is Denitra, your emotional wellness coach. I cannot believe we have got this far, and it has been an amazing journey with you. And for part 7 of the bootcamp, we will talk about self acceptance, and we will examine the following. Number one is how to rewrite your story, perception versus reality. Number two, we're going to talk about rejection and what it really means about you. And number three, we will talk a little bit about unconditional acceptance and love. Let's begin. The first obstacle we need to tackle is really taking an honest look at your feelings and thoughts about yourself and deciding which of those perceptions, beliefs, or opinions will help you move into self-love or cause self-sabotage. In our previous sessions, we have mentioned or discussed some self-sabotaging behaviors, such as comfort eating, but another very common form of self-sabotage is procrastination. I have been super guilty and still struggle with procrastination at times, especially being busy as an entrepreneur and as a woman, having children and working a job. It's easy to fall into the trap of procrastination. So I'm going to ask you, does procrastination hold you back from achieving your goals? The key to overcoming procrastination and beginning to rewrite your story is ridding yourself of old negative beliefs or beliefs that no longer serve you. We began to do this already through our previous sessions through meditation and affirmations. I just want to mention before we continue that self-sabotage also shows up as anger, worry, and feelings of worthlessness. So to begin to rewrite your story, you need to first recognize these behaviors or emotions. So I want you to ask yourself and really consider what your old beliefs are and what your current situation is. This is one of your questions that you'll have at the end for your weekly journal assignment. Monitor your negative thinking and the associated behaviors and vice versa. So, for example, what thinking occurs to make you feel worthless or angry, and what do you do as a result? Because there's usually a direct result or direct relationship between how you feel and what you do. And sometimes we end up being in a situation where we repeatedly do things that cause that negative feeling. And that's how we fall into the trap of self-sabotage. So by working through these emotions and feelings, we can begin to eliminate that connection and no longer do those behaviors. So essentially, being able to think about or determine what feelings and behaviors are associated, we can start to unravel and get rid of old beliefs. And what you might find is what I found through my self-healing is that you will find that many of these old beliefs are not even rational. So once you have identified the old irrational thinking and beliefs, simply begin to rewrite your story by rebuilding your self-confidence. And the way that you do that is by developing supportive behaviors, by continuing with your affirmations and meditating on what is positive and encouraging. Remember, what we feed grows. In this way, you will begin to find self-acceptance and find that you are not perfect, but remember, and you will know that you are worthy of love from others and yourself. Moving into the topic of rejection is actually one of my favorite topics because I have, in my personal experiences, had a couple painful rejections in life, like most people do. And I am confident in sharing with you that rejection is simply redirection. I believe that God designed our lives in a way that sometimes it will include pain and the pain of rejection. By changing old beliefs, as we previously discussed, you will be able to view rejection not as I am not good enough, but I am too good for this person, place, or thing. So God is rerouting me to a better destination. I know this may sound simple. It might even sound corny to some, and it might be a little bit more complicated for you even right now in your self-love journey. But again, I have dealt with rejection quite a few times and know that by changing your perceptions, you can create a new reality. By following what you have been taught in this program, in this boot camp, thus far, and staying committed to self, you will begin to develop a deep, unconditional love for yourself. We have discussed many topics, and what's the common denominator in them all is taking the time to do the work and working on your thinking. Remember, the self-love journey never truly ends. There will be people and situations that arise for the sole purpose of causing chaos in your life. Now you have the tools you have learned to help you regain the focus you need to continue on your love journey. We will now start a short guided meditation. Find a quiet place without interruption and let's begin. Focus on your breathing and have your journal and pen ready to complete your journal exercise. Okay, so before we talk about the journal assignment for the week, I just want to mention something that I felt during that meditation and a thought that I wanted to share with you. And that thought is again about rejection. And what I felt in my spirit was confirmation that to share with you that rejection is what has caused me to be in this place with you right now in this moment. There's a series of situations and experiences that I had in my personal life that has gotten me to where I am right now. And I want you to begin to see any type of rejection that has ever occurred or that will occur in your life as a lesson and a blessing. Because if I was not or did not go through the pain of some of the things that I went through, including rejection, I would not have this amazing opportunity to work with each and every one of you. So your journal questions for the week are as follows. Number 1 is to list your old beliefs and your current situation. And you can list the emotions attached with the beliefs and the emotions. Number 2, write about the pain of your biggest rejection through new lenses. How has rejection helped you? And then number 3, I want to give you the prompt. Unconditional acceptance and love means letting go of, and you can list those thoughts, feelings, and emotions that resound with you. This is Denitra, your emotional wellness coach, and I look forward to working with you in our final session next week. Take care. God bless.